Welcome to Computer Séance, a podcast featuring spirited discussion about AI and popular culture. I'm Justin.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tracie.
Each episode, we take a seat at the table to conjure the spirits of AI past, present, and future, trying to find the meaning in the technological wonders imagined within popular fictions. This is episode 0, a chance for you to get to know us, why we started the podcast, and what you can expect from each episode, and who we are as a creative team.
I'm Tracie. I'm a senior research fellow at the Open University, and I work as a social scientist in a computing environment, the Knowledge Media Institute. And my research is about how artificial intelligence intersects with power. So in the podcast, I'm really interested in the salience of who controls AI and what that means for what it becomes. And I'm also really interested in finding out what happens when robots get bodies. And spoiler alert, it's sex and violence.
I'm Ben, and I teach and research in design. And AI is a really big part of design already in so many ways. But what I keep coming back to is learning. So AI is learning, AI being used in learning contexts, but also assumptions about learning that are built into AI technologies. And so what humans end up learning through interacting with them, the assumptions that AI embeds.
And I'm Justin, an artist and academic from the USA, living in the UK. I'm a research fellow at the Open University, and my work is on contemporary queer performance and digital cultures, nightlife, and the ways in which we archive such communities. Like Ben, I'm most interested in how we learn with cultural artifacts and what AI will do to shape the way we learn now and in the future.
And I'm Kat, the producer of this series. As a documentary producer and presenter, I often work with communities or groups of people caught up in the real-life consequences of power imbalances in society. And I'm interested in how AI might intersect with those imbalances or create new ones. Anyway, my job on this podcast is to shepherd the ideas generated by these presenters' big brains into a series you listeners are going to enjoy. If you listen carefully, you may even occasionally hear my dulcet interjections. So Tracie, why did you guys start this podcast?
At the beginning, I was really interested in how humans predict the future and contrasting that with AI. There's this obsession about AI being able to crunch all the data and spit out all kinds of predictions that are going to be able to solve the most challenging and existential problems for human beings. But the thing is, many of those problems have already been worked out by human beings. The ways that we could solve the climate crisis, ways we could feed the planet, for example. The problem isn't a lack of answers. It's a lack of political will, infrastructure to implement them. And I'm really not sure if AI can help with any of that unless humans want it to. So I started to think about how AI is represented in different films, television, and books, and what that tells us about what humans really want from AI and what they don't. And I thought a podcast could do that work of exploring what people have wanted from AI in the past or not, and contrasting that with this current moment in AI where we're having many real experiences with it, with real consequences that these pop cultural artifacts have predicted.
A lot of the focus on AI in my field of design is about finding ways of using it or making it work better, or at least somewhat less badly. But the thing about AI that strikes me as important right now is finding other ways of thinking about it and what it produces, and avoiding getting stuck in a kind of dichotomy between uncritically embracing it and its consequences, so making things faster or whatever, and rejecting it out of hand. And I think the design of fictional computers seems a good way to start imagining how AI can be different to the versions that are being rolled out right now.
As someone who has only recently entered the academic disciplines related to artificial intelligence, Computer Séance is a way for me to learn with my brilliant colleagues. It is also in a format that is akin to my teaching and learning, the style that I prefer of taking a core text and unpacking its relevance and significance, or not, in relation to a set of themes. Another quasi-academic podcast. You're welcome.
So what can you expect from Computer Séance? Each episode we take one pop cultural artifact as a focus, and in this series we are discussing film and TV from the USA and UK between the 1960s and the present.
We take turns hosting the conversation, bringing to the table a piece of fictional AI that's haunted our imagination, and invite the others to respond.
We're interested in understanding how computing is fulfilling ideas that were already presented in these fictions, and what we can learn from this about the contemporary moment of AI.
This has been episode 0 of Computer Séance. If you're interested or like what you've heard so far, please subscribe or share it with a friend.
Season 1 of Computer Séance is out now, and you can listen to the episodes in any order. You can find Computer Séance wherever you get your podcasts, and that's where you'll find the links to our show notes, too. Check these out for references and further information about each popular fiction we discuss.
Have an idea for a future episode? Be sure to comment or contact us via our socials. You can find us on Instagram on @computerseance.podcast. That's @computerseance.podcast. Thanks for listening.